Hello and welcome back to Shakhtar's Glory, and this is episode 66. Last time out, it was the Champions League game. It was I think it's the first knockout round. Is it the first? Yeah, it's the first knockout round. So we had Chelsea. We today have got Chelsea again. Last time it was 1-1, but we did get the away goal. We weren't at our best, and we were quite lucky probably to get away with a draw from what I recall. It's been a few days since I recorded that. I've been working on a bit of another series to maybe go alongside this, or you know, if this runs its course this season, who knows. But I've been doing that, so my brain's a little bit disjointed from that. But I'm pretty sure we were lucky to get a 1-1 draw out of that game. But we got the draw, we got the away goal, so that's all we could ask for really, taking it into this second leg. Unfortunately, that last game, Donetsk and Tello did get a booking, so they are going to miss this game through suspension. So that's both of our main two centre-backs out of this game, which is not good news. We've got able replacements, but still very disappointing, very worrying. Lukacevic and Butka are both out. If the aware among you will notice, they are both right backs, so we're struggling in that department as well. But we'll get onto the team news very shortly. Something I was having a little bit of a think about between sort of playing the games here and whatnot. In the summer, if this season isn't resulting in us winning the Champions League, you know, I may, like I said in one of the other episodes, I may still carry on in another capacity, just changing the challenge up a little bit and trying to do something else with it. But either way, I'm thinking of just ripping this team apart in the summer, just clearing out a lot of the older players, a lot of the more established players, and just bringing the new blood through and just starting with a lot of the new young players. And yeah, just basically starting from scratch again. Get some. The finances are a little bit worrying as well, so that's partly behind it. I think we do either way have to get rid of a lot of players for some money back. So that might be something to do. We're probably going to have to cash in a few players anyway. Rodrigo's, I think, itching towards Barcelona, Real Madrid. Fred's itching for a move. I think Napoli and someone else are coming in. Obviously, in real life, he's just signed, I think, for United, and just got injured before the World Cup as well. So disappointing for him. Would have been good to see how he got on and how he fared. But before that, let's have a quick look at the schedule. We've played a couple of league games in that meantime. We did see the league table there. We'll go back and have a quick look at it at the end. So the Chelsea game we had, then we had Zoya, who obviously second in the table. We somehow snatched this game. I don't know how we did it. I mean, we were probably the better team in this game. Have a quick look at the match stats. No, we weren't. I thought shots wise. I mean, they only had one shot on target, so they had 17 shots, but they never really tested us. But they had a lot of highlights. They had a lot of play, but a lot of it just resulted in wide shots. So it does seem sort of ring a bell now. And I think we went down to 10 men. We did. Matvienko, just before the hour, got sent off, so he is rested nicely for this game, because it looks like he probably will be filling in at right back. But if you look at the team, as you can see, there's a lot of young players in there, a lot of fringe rotated players in there, players who don't normally play. We played the three up front just to give a few more of the strikers a bit of game time. A few players promoted from the youth teams just to give them a bit of time. None of them are academy graduates, unfortunately. That's something we're going to look at in the summer as well, and see if any of those have progressed. We've got a couple, especially if we sell some of the old guard. We do need some of the Ukrainian players to give us that homegrown status in the Champions League squad, and also in the league campaign as well. I think 4 of them need to be Ukrainian. We somehow snatched this. It was the weakest team we could possibly played, like I said, pretty much. But Mohamed scored a goal in this game in the 85th minute, and we're going to take a quick look at that actually. I think that's clicked on him rather than his goal. It has. He's coming along nicely though. So if we click on here, just have a quick look at his goal. And if we play that, that should be sufficient. So if we see here, he's played through. Now I've put a note here to say watch this goal. I don't remember it. So he pulls it back. It's cleared away. Tello gets hold of it. Back to the keeper. He just lumps it forward. Makes its way to Valadares, who's the centre-back we've got playing today. A lot of one-touch passing. We give the ball away. I'm pretty sure this results in a goal somewhere. We win it back. Play it inside. Play it nicely around the back. At this point, we've got obviously the left-back sent off, so we've got another centre-back playing left-back. I think it was a shocking goal. Yeah, it was a shocking goal, not a stunning goal. That's what wins us the game. A shocking touch by their goalkeeper, and Mohamed runs off celebrating like he's just scored an absolute worldie. I did try and export it to a file, but it just didn't seem to be winning. It wanted to export everything, and I think it wanted to do it to YouTube. So yeah, we didn't do that. So yeah, got to the game against the second place team, just edges us that further away in the title. I think there's not many games in the league left before. Well, there's 2 left before the split, and the 1 left before the split, and then we play, what is it, like another 8 games, something like that. I think it's somewhere like that. We then played Vorskla, 3-1, probably easy than it suggests. We were all over this team. They scored 1 of their 2 shots on target. I think they took the lead. No, they didn't. We scored in the first minute with a penalty, so they absolutely did not take the lead. Boyachuk getting a couple of goals. He has been grabbing a couple of goals for us in the last couple of weeks, so he's given me a bit of food for thought. He's one that's on the periphery of being sold. Yeah, so he's given me a bit of food for thought, but I think he'll still be a victim of the coal in the summer. Kvitsov got another one as well just after. Our job was done after 35 minutes, so he nicked one back just after half time. But yeah, 3-1, sufficiently job done. And then we had Shona Moretz, again you see Boyachuk getting a hat-trick. He's playing in the striker, yeah, in the striker role he does get the goals. When he plays on the right, he's not quite so involved. Different role, of course, as well. But I mentioned it, I touched upon it in the little intro there. Both of our fullbacks got injured in this game, or 2 of our fullbacks got injured in this game. Lukacevic got injured in the game, and Matvienko, I think, got injured in training, because obviously he was suspended for this game, having been sent off in the previous one. So we're missing both of our right backs, 2 of our centre backs. We do have Leo at left back fit, fortunately. As you can see, Stephen Gray, yeah, getting a lot of games. He's been capped for Scotland now. His stats attributes are improving. There's enough there to work with. As a backup goalkeeper, maybe third choice, something like that, I think he'll be sufficient. We are again looking at a new goalkeeper. I mentioned it in the last episode, that South Korean guy. That's who I wanted. He was going to be my number 1, but the financial situation in this club meant I wasn't able to offer him the wage he wanted, and Liverpool just jumped in there and got there well ahead of us. So that brings us to Chelsea today, and I think the team should be set up, but we'll have a look at that in the... so we've got Audets, Tello, Lukacevic and Butko. Leo is doubtful for Paul, so he isn't fit either. So here we can see Chelsea's lineup. Pretty much identical to the last game, I think. Morata, Hazard, Willian, former Shakhtar player, obviously, as well. Nangolan, Kante, Alonso, Azpilicueta, and then you've got Christensen, Koulibaly, and Martinez, and Courtois in goal. A few good subs on the bench as well. Obviously, I do remember a little bit in the last episode. I meant, actually, when I finished it, I've just noticed my note that I keep between sort of recordings, just, to give updates on what I need to say and stuff. I was planning to switch to the other system, because we did that in the second half against Chelsea, and it kind of got us our draw. They didn't like it. It snatched the result for us and snatched the goal, put us in sort of prime position. And I meant to start with it in this game. I meant to look at them and see if they played this sort of system away, and I didn't do either. I didn't switch the system, and I didn't do a sort of thorough check on them either. And the settings is still where I changed it from the highlight. So we'll go back to 2D. And we have a highlight here, Matvienko. So yeah, we'll have to see how we get on. We may switch to the system, the other one, pretty quickly. Especially if we can see the goal now from here, which it looks like we're going to do. Hazard just puts it over, fortunately. Morata is injured, which is a big thing. Moise Keane comes on. He isn't shabby, but he's not an out-and-out striker, I wouldn't say. He can play there, but he's not a centre forward, and we just about get away with that. Possibly. Hazard's in again, but he shoots wide. And we're not really, 12 minutes in, 13 minutes in, we're not really getting into this game at all. We do have a highlight. Has to be remembered, we're not playing with our first choice centre backs. We haven't got a right back. Fred here, can he find something? Gnabry, and Courtois puts it behind. The highlight ends, fortunately. Don't like those counters from corners, but there's another highlight. Matvienko to Malashev. Gives it straight back to Willian. Hazard makes a mistake. And Boychuk's free here. And that's a nothing ball. Is that even a highlight? It's still going to carry on, isn't it? Can we win that? How does he not win that? Is William particularly known for his aerial prowess? I don't think so, but we get it back. Gnabry, Boychuk, and he shoots wide as well. This is a game of misfiring strikers so far. But Hazard is causing us all sorts of problems. Now, if I can remember how to do it's opposition instructions. Where's Hazard? Tackle hard, show onto weak foot. we don't want to close him down too much, but we want to tight mark him. He's causing us some issues. Capable of even better. That sounds about fair. Hasn't been terrible. We probably have been better. They've only had 1 shot. We've only had 2. But our conversion of our shots is better than theirs. They've had a lot of shots, but I'm hoping they're from distance and expecting them to be from distance because none of them are on target particularly. And a couple that have been in the box have been wide as well. Rakitsky out to Matvienko. Fred. Nabry. Babacar. And he shoots, but it hits Courtois and goes wide. Turns it around the post. Again, can we do something from a corner here? First man. Disappointing. Matvienko out to Hurtado. Come on. That's it. Byline. Drop it back. Straight at the keeper. Right, I think we have to make some changes. Boychuk has not impressed me today at all. So we're going to stick Yuri Alberto out here. And then we're going to stick Paulinho up front. Something a bit different up front, I think. See what that can offer us. A bit more pace rather than power. A bit more guile, maybe. Give it off Santos. Don't dally it. I mean, that's a good out ball. The subs haven't taken place yet. Boychuk, is he going to make me regret it? It's an own goal. He's sort of semi-making me regret it. It's his cross, but it's Javi Martinez and Courtois getting all sorts of grief there and getting in a state, in the right muddle. Boychuk, he does well here. I mean, he takes it down, runs at in behind the space. But 3 defenders back there. They're worried about Babacar in the middle. They have to do something with it. Unfortunately for them, that's what they decide to do. But we are going to stick with those changes. We made them for a reason. I don't think that goal has changed those reasons. It's a bit of good fortune, really, that's caused that goal. Fred, Malashev. I thought we were going to have a little bit of a pop then. Trying to do a little bit Arsenal there and just trying to walk... Arsenal of old, if you like. Trying to walk it in. Not so much Arsenal the last couple of years. We need to win that. We do, but we give it away. Hazard's in. They've equalised. Kante. We're back to level terms here. I'm not watching that. I'm not watching Kante dribble one in, even though I watched their own goal. With 10 minutes to go. I mean, we've made the 2 changes. I'd like to make 1 or 2 more, but obviously we can't. We've made the tactical changes already, whereas now we've got a bit of fitness concern. Chelsea aren't looking too bad, surprisingly, because it doesn't seem to affect the AI quite so bad. Can he find Boychuk? It's going a bit fast. Yuri Alberto will... Paulinho over from close range. 90 minutes comes in. We're going to extra time. Nangalan injured. So they've had 2 big injuries in this game impacting them, but obviously we've got a whole back 4 missing. No excuses. Well, yeah, the assistants team talk that normally works for him, so what we might do, I'd like to make that change to the other system and bring some fresh legs on, but we can't, unfortunately, because we've done the tactical changes already. And Matvienko, is he going to be sent off? Seen that recently. Fortunately not. Fortunately not. They play it short out, but we're chasing it down here. Despite the tired legs out there, we're still giving it a go. They're tired as well, it seems like. They're playing like they are. I doubt their fitness is showing as bad as ours is. I mean, we've had the possession of the ball, the dominant possession. We should be less tired than them. We've been giving them the runaround. Boychuk, please. Yeah, it's Alberto now, of course it is. He gives it away. Simple pass. Fred wins it back. Alberto, do something this time. Don't just give it away. Good running. He picks it back up. Paulinho. There's the goal. Got to be a bit quiet because my wife and daughter are asleep upstairs. It's like half past 12 at night. Yes! As an Arsenal fan and a dad who supports Chelsea, I've grown up quite a dislike for Chelsea. Knocking them out of the Champions League. Well, early doors yet. Famous last words if we go and lose this now or go and give away another goal. Obviously no away goals count now. Right, who do we need to bring in here? I think it's going to have to be Malashev coming off. He looks to be struggling the most in quite a pivotal role there. But I think we're going to bring everyone back a little bit. everyone back a touch, and we're going to go to counter. I'm still toying with changing to that other system because they didn't like it and it presses, but we're not fit enough to be pressing like that now in extra time. We will leave gaps. There's a risk of leaving gaps, put it that way. But they've got to come out at us now. If we just carry on what we're doing, I mean, we've dropped it back a little bit defensively, more defensive. There's a school of thought that could say if we kept it as it was, they're going to have to come at us and leave gaps for us to exploit. So we could have done that, but I'm happy to just see what we've got, really. Don't want to be pushing for the third. That's normally my mentality. I'll be doing that. But in this situation, I think it's just too big a risk. As the minutes trickle down here, Hurtado's through. I don't know what he's doing up there. Fernandez is already booked, only been on for a couple of minutes. Gnabry, Fernandez, Paulinho. It's knocking about. Alberto. It's a good save. Back to Paulinho. Gnabry. Alberto. That seals it. Get in. That seals it. 4-2 on aggregate. 3-1 on the night. Yuri Alberto. That's the first. I think it's his first goal for us. I didn't see the commentary on the bottom. He has that shot there. It's saved. Paulinho picks up the loose ball. Plays back into Gnabry, and it's just a ball across the box. He's just there to slide it in the bottom right hand corner. And you can't say we don't deserve it. They've had 3 shots on target. A lot of shots, off wayward. Here we go. They're going to get a late one to put the pressure on. No, we don't. They clear it. Famous victory. I wouldn't say it's one of the hardest victories we've had in this, not this season necessarily, but in Champions League generally. My thoughts go back to Atletico Madrid, PSG, and a couple of the early seasons. But it's right up there. That was a tense game. From having the away goal in the first leg, and we put ourselves under the pressure. But we come out with the win. I didn't check what he was going to say. Luckily, it's a good one, and he gets a good reading. So we're going to do... PSG are through against Sporting Lisbon. That's a shame. We're going to... I think the Champions League draws come up soon, so we'll come back for that shortly. So, who's left in there? FC Porto, Liverpool, Man City, Man United, PSG, Real Madrid, Shakhtar and Tottenham. A very strong English influence there. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 English teams. And no other duplicates. Now, obviously, we've played Porto in the series. We've played Man City, PSG, and we played Real Madrid. The others are all new. What are the odds on us getting one of the ones we've played already? Open draw now, no seedings, I'm pretty sure. We're going to go with the automatic draw. Nice and slow. PSG, Man United, Liverpool, Real Madrid. We get Man City. Interesting. It's a new one. So that is Porto and Tottenham. Let's have a look at the Premier League. Let's have a look. Why can I not? I actually clicked on England. Let's just go to Tottenham and Premier League. Tottenham are struggling, so they would have been the one to play. I think. Man City are top. Okay, Man United have been champions. Man City have won it in this sort of era. Arsenal won the first season, interestingly enough. I didn't even notice that. Probably have looked at it before. Let's have a look at Man City's team. I've just noticed Dybala is the second top scorer. Allegri is their manager. Don't have a vice captain. So let's have a look at their tactics. Dybala, Sané, Ali. How much did he cost them? 72 million. He's done alright, isn't he? Oh, Sterling, 1p. Is he from Bilbao, I think? Oh, he's from Porto. He is Spanish though, right? Venezuelan. Okay, didn't know that. Signed him from Porto in game. Porto actually signed him from Malaga in game, so he's made a couple of transfers in game already. You got De Bruyne, Tierney, I'm presuming from Celtic. It is. Normally goes to Arsenal in the games, I've noticed. Otamendi, Eric Dyer, I think we saw him go for like 126 million or so. 44. Oh, it must be one of the experiments I did. I saw him go. Kyle Walker and Edison. And then they've got Lozano on the bench. I mean, their benches probably cost more money than what our first team does. Jesus still there. John Stones. Dembele. 102 million. Right. He's certainly worth more on our team. Aguero's still there. He must be in his 30s now, yeah. Not really featuring this season. Is he transfer listed? He's still 18 million. We're probably still going to struggle to get someone as quality as him. Papastopoulos, I think Arsenal are linked to him at the moment. If it's the Dortmund guy, it's his. He's having a. Well, he's not playing much this season again. Napoli interested. Emerson, he's the guy from Roma, I want to say. Yeah. Ben Woodburn, I think he's the Liverpool youngster, I believe. 78 million. For what? To be fair, he did break into the Liverpool team, but 12 goals in 31 games. 78, I mean, that's some English player tax there on the go, isn't it? Some proper English player tax. You got Nacho, I think he's from Malaga or Vigo. Oh, Real Madrid. Okay, Real Madrid guy. 34 million. Zinchenko's back there. Obviously, we've looked at him. He hasn't played this season. I think he's already going, isn't he? He isn't. I thought a few clubs come in for him. We looked at him as a... because he's a Shakhtar homegrowner. I mean, as a squad player, do we maybe bring him in on the cheap? Probably not. Depends what we clear out. So, quite a challenge in front of us there if we want to get through the quarterfinals. When do we play them? How far we got? Why can't I? There you go. I'm half asleep. I'm falling asleep. So we have got Alexander Shinomarets. We've got the. So it's April. So we've got about a month to prepare for them. Yeah, enjoy the episode. Drop a like on the video. Drop me a sub to my channel while you're there. Much appreciated. Any comments as well. I've got some other stuff on the channel as well. I've got the experiments that I did. This is probably the week after. This is probably like 2 weeks ago now in comparison, but the playlist is there. A lot of it's still sort of fairly relevant because obviously the Premier League hasn't started yet, so it's all based on new managers in position, stuff like that. I've got another series I'm working on at the moment, so you may well see the first episode of that. It's going to be a bit more sporadic. Going to be sort of one-off episodes of a sort of format I'm working on, so that'll be coming out soon, hopefully before this video, but maybe not, possibly, I'm not too sure. You'll know before me. This is past me speaking, obviously. So yeah, until next time for those Man City games, I will see you later. Take care.